Thank you very much. That was a very grand intro, and no, I don't play the piano and surf at the same time. I don't think that would work. But it's a great morning this morning. You all having a good time? Right, that's good, because I'm going to need your help. I'm going to start with an experiment. What I want you to do is take out your mobile phones, please. Give you a second to do that, if you have them on you, of course. Hopefully you've all got camera phones. What I'm going to ask you to do is to take a funny picture. Can be of anything, could be of me, but might be so conceited to say that, but a funny picture, a selfie, whatever, person next to you. I'm going to ask you to do that right now, please. Okay, here's one I took of my prospective audience earlier. Brilliant. Okay. We all there? Brilliant. Okay. What I'd like you to do now is to show that picture to the person on your left. Some of you already are. Okay? If you're in an aisle, just show it across. Brilliant. Now, I want you to also show that picture to the person on your right. In fact, why not show it to everyone around you? Great. This is like real-life social media in action. Okay. Now bring it back now. Okay, I need the front two rows now. Can I ask the front two rows to stand up, including the people in the wings? Thank you. Now it's a bold experiment we're going to do, but I want the front two rows to decide whose picture is the funniest. Okay, whose picture is the funniest? And I'm going to give you just 20 seconds. So you might need to move around. Work it out. I'm going to give you 20 seconds. So off you go now. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. We've got a short list yet? 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they're still going. Okay, can you sit down if you've been discounted? Sorry, very much. Keep standing if you're. Do we have a winner? Do we have a winner? Over here? Is it Sally? Okay, fantastic. Can we have a round of applause for Sally, please? Brilliant. Okay, so Sally will probably sit down now and probably what she'll do, she'll go onto Twitter and say, haha, just won the TEDxWoking photo competition. Aren't I cool? Hashtag #IRock. But that was an experiment in the formation of popular culture. A group of people, bound by the same common rows that they were sitting in, decided on something, and that's how popular culture is formed. Now, if Sally does tweet it, which she might do, go ahead, and you might now go along and retweet it, and the image will spread. Might put it on Facebook, and then it will spread even further. She's not doing it, by the way. You should do it, it's a good picture. But you probably say, Phil, that's really interesting, it's just a picture. What about if the picture said this? Suddenly, it's no longer a picture, it's an idea, and that idea spreads. And what about if the picture said this? It's an idea. And when a group of people come together with a common idea, that's how popular culture is formed. Now, historically, art and culture defined popular culture. And a mechanism was always needed, be it art, painting, or sculpture. Modern technology's changed all that now. Now, a dad in his Christmas jammies on YouTube, or even the way that you choose to support your local charities, is all available to us. And instead of just voting with your sword or with your feet, all you have to do now to agree is like. When certain ideas, interests, or choices reach a critical mass within a society, they become widespread and proliferate throughout that society, a definition of popular culture. But what happens when the mechanism for the spread of popular culture becomes part of popular culture itself? Take Google. It's a proper noun, but it's also a verb and an intrinsic part of our popular culture. Historically, access to high culture, popular culture, was limited. Access to paintings was limited, access to sculpture. Theatre audiences, by their very nature, were limited. But fast forward to the invention of cinema, the wireless, TV. Suddenly, popular culture is being beamed into our homes every single day. Let's look at pop music. In 1956, when Elvis Presley first entered the charts and began his long-running battle with Cliff Richard, you were either for Elvis or you were for Cliff. Some people maybe remember, not sure. It affected the way that you spoke. It affected the way that you wore your hair. It affected the way that you wore the clothes you wore. I'm looking at Ray here.
Yeah, I'm old enough.
Elvis or Cliff? But what happened was, fast forward through the charts, through the Beatles versus the Stones, New Romantics, punk rock, mods versus rockers, pop culture became subculture. And increasingly, big business took over and became involved, allowing us to, we listened to what they let us listen to. You just have to look at the Christmas charts from the last 9 or 10 years to see that control. But then along came services like Spotify and iTunes. You could listen to what you wanted to listen to, when you wanted to listen to it, and wherever you wanted to listen to it. It's great. Our music was free. But it became less of a group experience. It was no longer about sitting around the radio on a Sunday evening listening to the chart show, or watching TV on a Thursday night, watching Top of the Pops, showing my age. Okay, talking of TV, who here watches EastEnders? Come on, don't be shy. Really? No one? Is that Sam? Okay. In the 2014 Christmas episode of EastEnders, spoiler alert, close your ears now, when Lucy Beale died, 8.39 million viewers. Backtrack to 1986, Christmas Day, when Dirty Den served divorce papers to Angie, 30.15 million viewers. Now, is it that the programme EastEnders has got worse? Possibly. Is it that just less people are watching it? It just doesn't relate to us anymore? Possibly. Or is it just that the way that we view television has changed? In fact, I can't remember the last time that I watched serial broadcast television. I want to watch what I want to watch when I want to watch it. And video on demand has provided me that. Let's look at Netflix. There are 4.5 million UK subscribers in the UK. 4.5 million people who choose to watch their television in a different way. That doesn't include BBC iPlayer, 4OD, ITV Player, all the other video-on-demand services. But the interesting thing is the stat at the bottom. People don't just want to tune in to watch one programme when the broadcaster wants them to. Actually, be it Breaking Bad or The Good Wife at the moment. I want to watch more than one episode every evening. In fact, when House of Cards, the last season, was released, people literally watched it all day with minutes break in between. I don't know when they went to the toilet. The world of today is very different to 40 years ago. All these services. In fact, if I had been stood up here 40 years ago, I probably would have been wearing, a suit and tie, much like Ray. In fact, probably everyone in this room would have been dressed exactly the same. But services like ASOS and Amazon provide us a choice. I can buy what I want to buy when I want to buy it. In fact, I challenge anyone in this room, look around now, to find a discernible fashion beyond the odd beard. Because there isn't one. Because we're not beholden to the high street anymore. You don't beholden to go and walk down to the local Debenhams and buy whatever it is they're going to sell you. You can buy whatever you want now. Okay, let's look at a survey. So this is the top 10 very best things for under 10s. It's from 2006, the National Kids' Day survey, but it still rings true today. It makes for interesting reading. Number 10, Heaven and God. Number 9, watching films. I think we'll all agree with that. Number 8, nice food. Number 7, friends. Number 6, family. Number 5, pop music. Number 4, being healthy. It's good to see it in the top 5 at least. I can never get my kids to eat their peas. Let's see what happens in the top 3. Number 3, being rich. Number 2, good looks. Number 1, being a celebrity. Kids under 10. Popular culture has become popular culture. Our children, and by association ourselves, are obsessed with celebrities. It's fed into our homes endlessly all day, and this causes a problem. This need for recognition, it's see me, that social media plays directly into. 75% of parents think negative influences from mass media are a serious problem. 75% think that influences from mass media are a serious problem in raising their children. Mass media like films, TV, music. And the problem is that now we've become voyeurs into the lives of celebrities, of our friends, of our neighbours, in fact of anyone, because cameras are everywhere. This was our Christmas team photo. Cameras are everywhere, and you can take a picture whenever you want, like we did at the start of this talk. But this allows us to do different things. Social media movements like Je Suis Charlie, like the Harlem Shake, like the Ice Bucket Challenge, are only possible because of what we carry around in our pockets. But these social media movements are brief. It's a wave that washes over society and then withdraws quickly. But it leaves a massive social media legacy behind it. So, back to the original question. Is pop culture dead? Has it been hijacked by mass media? Are we being told what we should think now rather than developing it ourselves? Or are we actually creating popular culture now ourselves through social media every single second of every single day? Popular culture, as we know it, is probably dead, but long live popular culture. Thank you.